Hey peeps, if you have not heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. First and foremost, it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer, your laptop, or your pad. Anchor will then distribute these podcasts, no fee, everywhere. Spotify, Google, Apple Podcast, anywhere. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free app today, Anchor, Anchor, or go to Anchor, Anchor.fm to get started. You will have fun. Good day. Welcome to Rocking the Gray Matter with Doc Grigsby. That's me. This is where we will view the world through the lens of life and interaction, hopefully applying some common sense, empathy, and intelligent reasoning. The world is a crazy place. Let's explore it together. Good day to you. Welcome to the neighborhood. Hope everything is glorious in your neck of the woods. You are listening to Rocking the Gray Matter with Doc Grigsby, and that would be me. So I was completing my reading of actually a very old book, but The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I know, sounds a little weird, right? But it's a really great book. And one of the ideas popped into my head as inspiration. And it comes actually from a sociologist by the name of Kurt Lewin, Lewin. He was a German-American psychologist that was one of the founding fathers of our social psychology. And he came up with the theory of force field analysis. I'm going to read you what that theory is. Any current level of performance or being is a state of equilibrium between the driving forces that encourage upward movement and the restraining forces that discourage it. So let me do that again. Any current level of performance or being is a state of equilibrium between basically two forces, those that bring us up and those that pull us down. Just trying to be better, just trying to increase those driving forces is not enough. We have to also combat the restraining forces, those forces that pull us down every day. Otherwise, we get into this yo-yo effect. So, we've all been there. We've all taken that one step forward and then get pushed 2 steps back. That's a yo-yo effect. And many of us think that, well, I'll just do A, B, and C, and that's going to propel me towards a better job, a better relationship, more money, whatever. But also what you have to consider are those forces that tend to react to that equilibrium that also pull us down. In other words, life gets in the way. So a term that we use a lot is synergy. And synergy basically means that everything is related. By definition, its effectiveness is in the interdependent reality. It is teamwork, it is team building, it is the development of unity and creativity with other... Wow. So, let's think about this. What are our driving forces? You know, this time period, this March to current time period, this COVID pandemic has thrown us into a whirlwind. It has forced us to do things that we wouldn't normally do and be quite uncomfortable doing them. But as we've talked before, it has also given us opportunity to be better, to look inward, to find new hobbies, to practice mindfulness, to practice kindness and gratitude. Okay? Those are all things that propel us forward towards that success. So, not only do I want us to focus on the things that we've done these past few months that have increased our effectiveness, that have increased our performance, that have increased our mindfulness, I also want us to consider for a minute, what are those things that we have to battle every single day that want to pull us down? Those life components. You know, the person that pulls out in front of you and slams on their brakes. The rude receptionist or customer service representative at the counter or on the phone. Perhaps the server who's had a bad day that gets your order wrong. Or just life in general. How do we combat those things that bring us down? That pull against that equilibrium, that forward momentum? It takes both. We can't just strive to be better. We can't just strive to do good. We also have to be aware and mindful of the things that get in our way. Not saying that we can do anything about that, not saying that we can get rid of them, but we can manage them and deal with them. So, my question to you is twofold, actually. The same old question that I ask all the time. What have you been doing over the last few months to be better, to do better, to practice better? What have you done? What have you done in these last few months to take the time to become a better person? And you should have, and you still can. By the same token, I want you to think about the things that get in your way, that manage to stunt that growth. What are those things that pull you down on a daily or weekly basis? And what can we do to combat those, to fight against those? So we can take this concept, this theory of force field analysis, if you will, or better yet, we can take this yo-yo effect to a bigger platform and look at the things that are going on around us. You know, many people don't watch the news or follow the news in any format for the reason that it's always negative. It's always depressing. Somebody's always getting killed. Somebody's always rioting. Somebody's always doing something bad. Yes. But those few moments that we get in our social media that show us the kindness and gratitude of a stranger, those make our day. So we need to focus on those good things that make our day, things that we can do within ourselves to make someone else's day, and combat those forces that pull us down, to fight for social equality and to fight against social and criminal injustice, to stand up and to speak your truth, that proof of your truth that we have spoken about in the past. So it's not just putting one foot in front of the other, becoming more mindful and grateful. It's also standing against those things and fighting those things that get in the way. And this is a global perspective. But I want us to start with the individual. There are so many conversations out there, really fantastic conversations out there now. Uncomfortable conversation seems to be the go word. To not only be better, do better, but things that we can do to drive the combating forces down on an individual level and on a bigger community level. Synergy. Everything is related. All of us are interdependent upon each other. Individuals, communities, cities, states, economic, social, psychological, we're all intertwined, designed to work in a synergist way. But unless we address both sides of the equation and not stick our head in the sand, then we won't get anywhere. Again, peeps, you know it's me. Short and sweet. A moment of inspiration that I thought I might share. Give credit where credit is due. Sociologist Kurt Lewin, students, look him up. As always, I welcome your comments. I wish you safety. I wish you happiness. I wish you good health. We're approaching fall. Some of us are going back to work. Some of us are going back to school in various formats. Numbers are still rising. Things can look interestingly dismal. Topic of conversation today was college sports and even professional sports. Things are not going to look the same. Those are things we can't control. Those are things that are going to get in our way and perhaps pull us down. But we need to find a way to move forward towards that personal and community growth. People, take care. Be safe, be well. I wish you peace.